we're gonna see if we can't do a burnout. Oh, what was that? Oh man, a piece of metal just hit me right in the mouth. It was one of the pieces of square tubing. Holy, I think I just broke a tooth. Chipped the living shit out of my tooth. It's so bad. I ran home, went to show the wife. I said, how bad does it look? She fell down laughing. That's not the reaction you want. Oh my God. It's so bad. What's up, it's Casey from Caseyscustoms. We're back on the budget bagged 1969 Blazer, and in this video, I break every single thing I touch. I chip my tooth, so I look like Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber, and basically everything goes to crap. But we're gonna have some fun, so let's get to the footage and watch the pain. We're currently doing a giveaway on this 1966 Mustang. I have entirely too many cars, and I'm starting to run out of places to park them. So if you want in on this, go to Caseyscustoms.com for all the details and information. For now, let's get to the damn footage already. We're back on the baddest Blazer build on the planet. This is a 1969 Chevy C10. If you haven't watched any of these videos at all, this thing started its life as a long bed, $1,000 budget rusty truck. We have converted it to a Blazer. It's a convertible Blazer too. Also, we chopped the top, I think 3 inches. Sitting pretty. I love this truck so much. The videos never do great on it, so we kind of have pushed it aside for a while, but we're starting to get a lot of shit done, and the CRX is really close to driving, but I had to order some parts, so I'm waiting on stuff. I was gonna dig right in on this, jump in, start doing the floors, but I actually watched my last video on it, and I was complaining it wouldn't start because it looks like the gear on the starter is all chewed up. It's either the gear or the flywheel, and I've never had any issues starting it. It's a 327, runs and drives great, but the last time I went to start it, it wouldn't do anything. It was just kind of grinding those together. I'm hoping the starter is just loose, or maybe it needs shimmed. I'm not sure. So before we do anything, I am going to start digging into that, because if I need to yank that transmission out to put a new flywheel on, I definitely would like to do that now before I build a floor over the top of it. So let's get her aired up, let's jack up the front end and see what we can figure out what the hell is going on in there. Oh, also, I got a brand new radiator for it, and we're gonna have to do some modifications because I love those hood hinges, by the way. If you ever have a bagged C10, get these, I think they call them low-profile hood hinges. Your stock hood hinges would hit your wheels, because your wheels are really high now, obviously. I love them so much. It just pops right up like a new truck. But I have these supports holding up the front end because we had to remake all our mounts, because naturally I have to put everything on the ground in this shop. So I think we're gonna have to modify these to get the radiator in, but before we dig into any of that, we gotta figure out what the hell is going on with its flywheel. So let's get going, and naturally, the air compressor kicked on while I was talking. Son of a bitch! I actually hooked up the airbag system on this in the last video. So that's so nice to just throw a battery in it, hit some switches, she pops up. Like the CRX, for example, I have to plug a bunch of shit in, hook it to my air hose. Love that. Love that. I just wanted to stop and say it. It's so nice to just pop, pop, pop. Okay, sorry. I don't always work under a car or truck, but when I do, I use the 36-inch jack stands from Harbor Freight because it's essentially like a mini lift. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's crawl under there and see what the hell's going on. All right, I have that camera set up so you can kind of see what's going on under there, but it's a bitch to see what I'm doing. I've had the starter out 3 times, and there are some really bad spots on the flywheel, but I mean, they're just chipped. Also, when I was testing it, I have my little starter under there so I could watch it spin. While I was testing it, a chunk of gear shot off and hit me in the face. So that was interesting. Never had that happen. Been doing a lot of car shit for a lot of years. Never had a chunk of a gear fall off on my face. I don't know if it's off the flywheel or the starter itself, so I'm taking the starter off for the 4th or 5th time. I'm gonna take a look at it. I'm messing with shims, trying to get it. I'm not sure that this is the exact starter for this truck because it has a lot of play in it. Usually they just kind of go up there and it's in one spot. This one you can kind of twist it a little bit before you tighten it, which does not seem right. So I'm gonna mess with it some more and see what I can come up with. It's not looking good. It sucks though. There's really only like 3 teeth on the entire flywheel that's bad, but that's enough to make it kind of stop and just spin there in one spot. So I don't know. If there was a way to repair it, that would be great so you don't have to pull the transmission. But I'm going to play with it some more. If I can get the starter to engage more gears, because right now it's just like barely on the edge. If I can get it to go in more, it shouldn't be a problem. But I don't even know if you can adjust it in. So yeah, we're going to just keep playing with it. So I wanted to stop and tell you. That way you're not watching like 5 minutes straight of time-lapse footage, but I've been at this for 2 hours so far, and it's coming back out, so good times. All right, 7th time should be the charm. Notice how I said should be. Oh. Okay, I actually got the right bolts for it. The starter I took off here, it just had like some standard 3/8 bolts, and I think that's why the starter had play in it. So I ran to the parts store, got the right bolts, and they actually snugged it up there a little bit better, and my gear, whatever, contact path, I guess you'd say it, contact patch maybe, is 10 times better than it was before. Looks like it's gonna go all the way across now, so hopefully we're good. Yeah, let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens. I think we're just gonna fire it up, why not? I'm still nervous. Nothing happened. Oh no. Oh no, what happened? Also make sure your thing's still plugged in. Yes. Why? Why? What? Why? What did we do? What did we do wrong? What did we do wrong? What did we do wrong? No. It should be good, I think. Okay. Well, let's do some problem solving. Son of a bitch. And the air compressor came on.
2 hours later.
We got a couple grounds that aren't great. And I think that's our main problem. But we should be good now. Did I want to spend a whole day on this? No! Did we spend a whole day on this? Yes! But holy shit, that's nice, not having to take everything apart that I thought I had to take apart. Oh god, I don't even know what to work on next. Thank you, goodness gracious. All right, so what I am going to work on next is the radiator mount. And I don't know if I explained this earlier, so I'll explain it now. These mounts here hold the whole front end up because we obviously had to cut the frame down there, and really that should be held from the bottom anyways. So what I'm going to do, it's going to make it real easy while it's already jacked up anyway, is I'm going to make mounts from the bottom to hold this whole cowl up. Well, radiator support technically holds the fenders and everything. I'm going to make it from the bottom, and then we're going to have to cut these, but I don't want it just held from the bottom. I do still want something from here going down. So We might cut these and then make them come up to here, because there's really nothing this way on either. Well, I guess I have the battery box on that side, but I don't want to completely get rid of these. They're just too narrow because my radiator comes way out here basically. So I got to figure out a way to do that, because I really like how everything is sitting really good. Everything is level. All my gaps are good. So I got to be careful with making new stuff. Whenever I cut that, my front end just doesn't drop on the ground, or my gaps get all wonky. But I think while we have it jacked up, we can start making stuff. Oh, let me see. Yeah, down here, coming off the frame. Here's the old mounts, which obviously there's nothing there, but I want brackets there. And then, oh, that rubber bushing is still there, so we can actually tie right into that. So that's the plan. It's gonna make it easy since it's already up. And then hopefully we can get the radiator fitting and kind of start moving from there. I don't know if my shift kit is gonna be in time. Hopefully it's in tomorrow. We can get it thrown in and maybe see if we can't throw this old girl in gear and see what the hell happens. We did the brakes in the last video. I still have to make the brake pedal though. We had to cut it. Boy, she's getting close. She's getting really close. All right, let's get this radiator in. All right, I'm gonna cut these old temporary braces off. Hopefully the front end doesn't fall off when I do it. Let's find out. Moved 1/8 of an inch, and that could have been the metal springing back, not the front end. Gaps are still kind of terrible, but they're as good as they were earlier. Sweet. All right, check it out. See how much it moved? Just barely bigger than the cut was. Same thing on the other side. And like I said, that could have just been the pressure from the bar getting cut loose. But what I'm gonna do now, well, tomorrow, because we wasted our entire day dealing with a freaking starter, is I'm gonna come in here, cut this. I'm not gonna cut it all the way off the frame. I'm gonna cut it here and then move it out over to here to this, so that'll still kind of help it. And then we should be able to just put a radiator in there like normal, which would be really, really nice. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. I'm so freaking happy that I don't have to pull the transmission out of this thing. That would have sucked so much. Would have been easier with the floor not in, but it still would have sucked. We'll be back tomorrow, baby.
The next day.
All right, I got my braces cut, and I was gonna re-angle them. There's no way that's gonna work with the radiator. This radiator is actually a little bit bigger than the stock one, which is okay, but I had to trim a couple things I didn't think I was gonna have to, which is no big deal. But I also raised it up some, because we are gonna have some fun times getting the lower hose connected. Because naturally I cut the frame and it's right there. But it shouldn't be too hard. Hopefully I don't jinx myself. But I got that in there. Also, the stock mounts I can't find, and I don't think they're going to work. So I might make mounts for that. But I think I can order a set, kind of like I used on the CRX. So for now, I'm probably just going to zip tie it while I'm testing stuff. I'm going to bend up some wire so I can figure out the exact hoses I need to go get at the parts store. But for now, we're looking pretty damn good. That is basically mounted, hood shutting, everything. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do some welding on the fenders because they're not attached to anything and they're not lining up very good. I'm going to tweak that. I don't think I'm going to get my shifter in time. I really want to get my shifter installed, but I had a brain fart. Also, it's like 2 in the morning right now. I was supposed to be asleep, and I don't even know why I didn't think of this earlier, but I can technically shift this just with like a pair of vice grips or something. Or maybe I make a rod. I don't know. There still has some stuff hooked up in there. So what I might do after I get the fenders mounted is get the fuel pump hooked back up, fire this thing up, and see if I can't throw it in gear and see what happens. Brakes are already done. I did those in the last video. I still need to make the brake pedal, but basically they're done. They're bled. That was probably 2 months ago, so I'll need to double check. But yeah, maybe we throw it in gear and see if we can't take this damn thing for a drive. That would be so freaking cool. But yeah, I'm gonna button up a couple little things, and then we're gonna test that out. Let's make some radiator hose templates, weld the fenders, and then probably do something stupid. So, naturally, 1-inch square tubing would work fine, but I have to overbuild everything. So, 2x4 square tubing that you basically use for frame rails. That'll do. All right, I got my hose templates made. This bottom one is going to be a bitch. Top one's pretty straightforward, easy. I also went ahead and took some wire to make the belt size I need. It's kind of a funky one. Normally this alternator would come way in here, and I could probably just buy a standard 327, 350 Chevy belt, but it hits on these heads, so I had to basically move it way out. It still works, I'm just gonna have to run a bigger belt, so I went ahead and just made that. Like I said, this one, pretty simple. Look at this bottom one. That is a tricky hose to find. I'll see what I can come up with, but most likely, well, not most likely, but I'm getting prepared to probably have to make this in 2 pieces and use like a funky exhaust bend. There's one right there, it's perfect. Something like this, where I might have to, you know, use this 90 and then have my hose hooked to that, because I have a feeling it's going to be pretty damn tricky to find one with this many complex bends in it. Yeah. But I don't know. We'll see what we can come up with. I'm going to take these and my wire. I can really just measure the wire. I don't have to take the wire in. I'll cut it and then measure it and see how long it is. And take those to the parts store tomorrow, and hopefully we can get this radiator plugged in and fire this old girl up. I'm so excited. I'm going to throw it in gear and see what the hell happens. So yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Cool. That's pretty stout. It's way overbuilt. This truck is so rusty. Just in case there's anybody out there who thinks I ruined a nice truck to just cut the living shit out of every single panel on this thing, I promise it's bad. It's real bad. And that's why it was only $1,000. Sweet. Okay. Finally got that shit fixed. That's been bugging me for a while. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and make some braces that go to this radiator support. Really, I really overbuilt the bottom. It should be fine, but I'd like to have something at the top too that'll keep it from tipping. It's 100% okay as is, but I just want to do it because I'm a crazy person, to be completely honest with you, and I always overbuild shit. But I want to do that, and then we can kind of be done under the hood for now. Obviously tomorrow we're gonna have to get some radiator hoses, but I think once those radiator hoses are in, we can let this thing run for a while, you know, let the system actually get cooled. Same thing with the CRX. I've only ran it for 10 or 15 seconds at a time because didn't have, you know, any radiator fluid, didn't want to blow anything up. Now this engine was running before we started everything. I actually was driving this truck a little bit, so I know it's fine, but I'd like to have it in this configuration running. So yeah, we need to get some radiator hoses, but let's make these mounts because it's bugging me. Okay, I definitely could not find a radiator hose that was even close to the weird shit that I need for the bottom hose, but I found a couple with a couple different bends, and I think I can split one of those and twist it, maybe. I don't know. We're probably gonna get creative. Also, got a belt so we can run the water pump. That looks like it's way too big, but I don't know. We're gonna get into that too. Let's see if we can't make something happen. I am really, really wanting to drive this. Now, granted, it's already late, so it's not gonna be much of a drive, but boy, it would be good to get it going. So let's start putting some of this shit on, and then if I get that all done, we're gonna have to figure out the brake because that's a whole other issue. But yeah, let's go. Just got the hoses made. This one was pretty easy. This one, I had to use exhaust tubing to kick it around the frame rail, put some radiator fluid in it. This radiator is brand new. It has been out of the box for maybe 5 minutes, and it's got a giant leak. Yay! Brand new radiator. You gotta be fucking kidding me. When it started leaking, I was like, oh, there's a drain on them. I was like, oh, I probably don't have the drain tight. Nope. You can't see it on the camera, but it's just shooting a pinhole straight out of the front of it. I didn't work around this one. I didn't even touch this one. It looks perfect, so it's in the design, because there isn't even any smashed fins or anything down there. But yeah, she's shooting out real good. Yeah, you can't see shit, but... So that's cool. I'm gonna definitely stop putting radiator coolant in it because it's gonna leak out, but that should be okay to at least still get it running and get it cooling, but we're gonna be using water instead. I'm not about to waste 15 bucks a gallon or whatever that shit is now. So yeah, let's keep plugging along and see what happens. That sucks. Oh, also, this is definitely the wrong size belt. I actually have it not on the pulley down there. It's just around the crank. So that's going to probably fall off in about 30 seconds. So everything's going great. I'm super happy.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
All right, everything is buttoned up under the hood. Is my pedal still working? Yes, pedal's still working. Talk about the throttle, sorry. That is still hooked up. I'm going to start messing with the brake pedal now. I had to cut it because the stock one hung way too low. It was right in the frame, and we couldn't bleed the brakes properly, but we got it fixed. So I am going to cut the living hell out of this and get it up there somehow. That's the plan. Once I have that, I should be able to fire it up. I think I have gas still. Should be able to fire it up, throw it in gear, and just see what the hell happens and go from there. But we gotta make this brake pedal work first, so let's do that. Well, started hooking everything up to see if we can't take this thing for a drive, and apparently my fuel pump went out. It's got power to it, it's not doing anything. Good news is I have a spare. I didn't want to switch the fuel pump very badly, but here we are. So yeah, let's do that real quick. All right, fuel pump switched out. Everything is working back here. Looks like I have plenty of gas going up to the carburetor. We are ready to fire it up. No, I take that back. I have to tweak the connections on the starter. I had it in and out so many times that I broke the little wire. I got to fix that, clamp this on there, and then we'll have our starter coil. Everything should be on. We can fire it up, let it run for a little bit. Hopefully throw it in gear and see what the hell happens. That should be it. Holy crap, this is taking forever, but let's crawl under there, fix this little starter situation, and then we're ready to roll, baby. All right, I have double checked everything. This is the last piece of the puzzle. Very exciting. That needs to stay up there. That needs to go down there. Where's my little wrench? There's my wrench. Oh no, I made this too low. I forgot I lowered it. Holy crap, I forgot that I moved the jack. It's so low now. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to jack this thing up some, but we should be all right. Oh, what was that? Oh man, a piece of metal just hit me right in the mouth. It was one of the pieces of square tubing. Holy fuck. I think I just broke my fucking tooth. I think I just broke my fucking tooth. Where's a mirror at? Holy shit, I don't have any mirrors here. Fuck! I just chipped the shit out of my tooth. You gotta be fucking kidding me. So I was under the truck, working, and the square tubing pieces that I cut out that was holding the cowl, or the radiator support up, there was a piece about a foot long, 1-inch square tubing, and I was working, I didn't see it, it dropped straight down, hit me right in the mouth, and I thought I had metal in my mouth, so I started spitting it out. I was like, oh, and then my tongue felt weird. I was like, wait, chipped the living shit out of my tooth. It's so bad. I ran home, went to show the wife. I said, how bad does it look? She fell down laughing. That's not the reaction you want. It's currently 2 in the morning, Friday morning, so I'm praying that the dentist is open tomorrow. I hate going to the dentist. But anyways, I look like Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber. I have a screen on top of the camera that I can look at, and I'm scared to smile, but... Oh... My God. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. What are the odds? What are the odds of a fucking piece of metal coming down and hitting you in the mouth? Oh, my teeth aren't great anyway, but holy shit. And here's the worst part. I didn't even get done the shit that needed done under the truck, so I still gotta crawl back under there. I'm having a minute. I apologize. Oh, dude, no. I hate the dentist so much. Oh, I hate it so much. All right, let's get back to work. Fuck. Oh. Alright, the old pump is on. We should be good to go. I can't stop messing with my tooth. Why did we do that? Never mind! You got some vacuum leaks, but that's alright. I need trans fluid, I need more water, because we are not putting coolant in it since it has a leak. Apparently it has several leaks, because now something's going over there too. Love that. Then, we're going to throw it in gear and see what happens. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, she's a little smoky. We're moving, baby. We definitely need to convert to a one-piece drive shaft, because that's wobbling all over the place. Yeah, it's shaking the transmission. It's so bad. I don't know. We're going to put this on the ground and see if it'll move. Let me check the brakes. I kind of want to. All right. I don't have really good brakes in the back. Fronts are good. I don't know what's going on. If I remember right, I probably need to watch the old video. I think the old wheel cylinders are just pure shit. So probably need to work on that. Here's what we're going to do, though. We're going to see if we can't do a burnout. Drive shaft is really wonky, so it might end bad. But, I mean, we could just spin the tires a little bit. We definitely need to convert that to a one-piece. Or change the way it is, get a better carrier bearing, because it's kind of walking around in there, which isn't good. I should still be able to do a one-piece, but we're definitely going to have to modify some stuff. But I think a one-piece would probably be better in the long run. Basically, it's a two-piece, and the front drive shaft's only a foot. So I wanted a two-piece so that I could have basically the extra angle, because it goes up so much. A lot of times with bags, you know, they'll go up 6 inches, 8 inches, whatever. This one goes up like a full foot, so there's a lot of lift. But I think I can get away with the one-piece. But either way, we're going to fire it up, throw it in gear, and hopefully we don't run into the Toyota AE86, because that would really suck. That's actually kind of a rare car. But yeah, let's have some fun. I am nervous, and I shouldn't really be. Well, maybe we should be a little bit. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh. I definitely need to move the starter inside. Why? You shouldn't be that mad at me. Maybe it's a low on gas thing, I don't know. Why are we not running now? That sucks. Come on, man, you already chipped my fucking tooth a little bit ago. Be a bitch about it. Got 3 cameras running right now, too. All right, everything went to shit. I think the flywheel's 10 times worse than it was, and I fried another fuel pump. I got no idea why. Yeah, that's not good. Also, why is it not running now? Oh, fuck, man. Oh, what a shitty day. Chip the tooth and everything went to shit after that. Chipped the tooth and then chipped all the teeth off of the flex plate. So that's fun. No idea why this fucker ain't running. That's a big fat fucking failure. Fuck. So this just turned into the biggest shit show ever. I installed 3 new parts on this truck: a starter, a fuel pump, and a radiator. Every single one of those went bad. Now, granted, the starter went bad because we already had some issues with our flex plate and the starter bolts were wrong, yada yada. But the fact that I worked on this thing for 3 days, just an unlimited amount of hours, and I went probably 3 steps back, probably 100 hours more work that needs done. Also, drive shaft is not gonna cut it. Needs to be a 1-piece drive shaft, that's a problem. It's just so bad. When the fuel pump went out, I was like, you know what, that's not a big deal. I'll just do gravity feed and we can get it running that way. That didn't work either. I have no idea why it's not running. And then naturally, the starter's not even spinning anymore at this point. So I don't know. I'm so bummed. I mean, I am so bummed. Somebody fuck around in these comments and just make a decent offer. Make a low offer. I might just sell it to you. Because holy shit. I'm so annoyed with how much work needs done. You know, a lot of other YouTubers, they wouldn't post this video. They would, you know, work on it for another couple weeks, make it a video where it has a nice, pretty ending. That's not me. You know, we're just in here every week working 2 weeks of video. I get, you know, 30 to 40 hours of work on each video. And this one, we got a lot of shit done, but basically everything needs taken apart that I touched. So that's great. I'm not excited at all about taking this transmission out. The transmission cross member in these is riveted / basically welded in. So it's not like it comes out super easy. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, so yeah, I don't know. Also, to add insult to injury, the videos on this truck don't do very well. Like the last 4 or 5 have been like the worst on the channel. I mean, the last one I posted was my worst performing video in 6 months. So if I went through all this shit and it's just worse now and this video bombs, fuck around and make an offer and I might unload this son of a bitch. Because I am just down in the dumps. But, you know, if you enjoy watching the pain, please hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel grow a bunch. Now, am I sad? Did everything suck in this video? Are my spirits incredibly low? Yes. Do I have a chipped tooth? And I look like friggin' Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber? Yes, as well. But the good news is, I have the best looking merch on the planet. Caseyscustoms.com if you want to try it out for yourself. Go see all the new designs we have and whatnot. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, comment, all that good shit they tell you at the end of videos. Check out some more of my other videos. Peace. I love you. I fucking hate that.